Hello, I'm Soycat and welcome back to another episode of GraveYard Keeper. This is actually going to be episode 8, but it's kind of like a redo because this already happened, but then my computer crashed and the file got broken, and with OBS, if you record the wrong file type, things go a bit wrong. But anyway, so after that happened, I was like, well, I guess I've got to get back to work or doing what I was doing before, but now it is actually the blue date, so I can get the skull from the chest that I finally put in there, and I can also explain a few things that happened because I lost like a 20-minute episode. I was like, let's do an extra long episode, and then 27 minutes in or something, it crashed. But basically, we got the graveyard up to fully functioning behavior. Look at it. It looks like a real normal people graveyard. And today we're going to make it even better, even nicer. And I'm super pumped about that. And also we're going to deliver the skull to the nice man. And then tomorrow a guy's going to come over, Mr. Bishop Man or whatever evil name he actually has. He's going to come over as well and we're going to make it all better. So we're going to make 2 grave sites now because we learned that we can do that recently. And yeah, basically, yeah, things are going pretty well, but also a little bit badly at the same time. But you know, what isn't in life going both horribly well and badly at the same time? That's just most things in the world right there. So yeah, I want to mention just oh no, I don't want to dig that fully yet. I want to just kind of mention right now because I think it's somewhat important to throw it out there that like just before this, like I've been having like a kind of rough evening, but I think the cool thing about games is that they can help with both the good times and the rough times. Like honestly, like I don't know, it's just been like one of those things where it's like everything feels like it's all like swelling into a hole, and I think it's interesting that the brain does that, right? Where you think that everything's not good, because one thing's going especially bad, and I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, like, you know, is that just like a trick, or is everything just simultaneously going bad and you're all okay with it? And I think that's more of like a depressive thought than a realistic one, because the real answer to that is like, you know, you can feel bad at any time, but that's a good reason not to feel bad at every time. Not that that's a controllable thing, but it is something that I know is at least worth considering. So yeah, we're gonna go visit Mr. Magical Man over in the thing. And yeah, so one of the big things, by the way, is like I think I want to rework the main channel at some point soon, because my favorite things to I think there's always this balance between the favorite thing you want to do, and my favorite thing to do is just to like make lots of videos. But YouTube is definitely prioritizing that so it's more like, okay, Snaggle put as much time into each individual video, or it doesn't count for as much on the whole thing. And trying to find a balance with that is like super stressful, where you're like, oh yeah, you gotta find, and YouTube has always been about this, right? Like, just because you have what you feel like the best or what you think is right, that's not what YouTube actually values. YouTube kind of more values like, oh yeah, you gotta somehow magically make it fit into an algorithm. And that's why this third channel exists, just so I don't ever have to worry about any of that. It's just like, I'm here, I'm doing it. Here's your skull, have 10 favor, and now tell me all the magical stuff. Give me the secrets, Mr. Astrologer. I do have a talent for anatomy. The human body is so mysterious, perhaps even more than the sun and stars. I believe one day you'll learn much more about the human body and the soul, and then you'll find yourself absolutely lost. Now, as partners in crimes, what do you want from me, curious friend? Oh, he made me do that just so I commit a crime. That's pretty messed up if you ask me. So I'd like to open the portal, but I also need ink and paper, so I guess we could do this one first. Just because favors are good. In another life, I had a friend. By the way, he was a graveyard keeper like you, and he was mad about this portal. He was so imaginative and knew so much. Was his name Gary? Okay. Keeper. So he was me, basically, and what happened to him? I want to know this. This is... it looks like it's sad. He just disappeared. He hasn't been seen or heard from since. So, no one knew him. I started thinking he was just being my imagination. I'm assuming this is like a place people go back to before they go back to the real world. So, hopefully, that's a positive thing. Yeah, he went back to the real world. It was something magical. I don't remember. It should be in his diary. He got the key. Opens a metal gate in the northern part of the church cellar. Somewhere in there is where he kept the most important notes. So I really need to go and sort that out. And there's a secret to the key as well. Okay, so we got the end game worked out. This is how we make the game all better. Isn't that nice to know? And then once we have his diary, we can bring it to him and we'll get information about the portal. How wonderful. So way less importantly than that, I just need to go find out how to get ink and paper. Oh, he actually has 2 of those things already. Yeah, please do give me some. I can't stand the chumps at the university rather earns extra coin elsewhere. So, could I have that stuff? Yeah, okay, he has a pen and he has paper. Clean paper, I guess. I mean, it only makes sense to get some clean paper. Or actually, do I want chapter? No, I don't. Oh, it's interesting the amount of different things he sells, though. But yeah, I'm here to get some, I think it's ink and paper, right? Not a pen and paper. So, 1 ink. Yes, please. We need to dump off something, so it'll probably be these 3 wooden sticks. So, sorry, wooden sticks, but They're always the first things to go because they're so... They're never getting destroyed, though. Yeah, destroy one sticks free. Sure. We're gone. And now we can buy the... Again, I need your help. Oh, never mind. There's no more help I can get later. But I think it's ink and paper. I have to imagine. I hope I'm not horribly wrong. Worst case scenario, I can do my own writing with that. You know, it's fine in the end, really. So yeah, we finally got the story progressed a little bit more. And it looks like it's gonna... You know, we're finally making strides forwards in this. After a lot of, like, questionable nothingness. Because let's be honest, like, even though the game... I think it's appealing for me to play. I sometimes worry, like, oh, you know, what is interesting in the game to watch? Because again, given the way everything's like competing on YouTube against each other, it can't just be enough to have like a fun video, a chill time between a thing to do. It has to be like, well, it has to be better in some way than something else out there, and that's stressful. So it's not something I really actively consider. But it's always, as a YouTuber, it always has to be in the back of your mind at the very least, which is bad for the brain of the YouTuber, probably good for the viewer though. So. That's why I try never to complain about YouTube, especially on the main channel. Like here it doesn't matter because I'm not complaining about it for any good reason. Oh wait, I need to sell. Please, take my burial certificate. There we go. Give me some monies. I wonder why that's not leveling up too. But yeah, because it's like, you know, it's probably good for the viewer in the end. Oh, he needed 10 paper? Oh, you fussy man. I wish I'd realized. You know, he did not imply 10 paper. He made very wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go all the way back, and he's only there on blue days. Sorry, I feel cheated by that. You know, he didn't say papers. I know the plural of paper is paper, but I feel cheated regardless. I'm more than a bit disappointed. But I'm gonna have some serious words. I guess I was just there. I didn't have serious words. I'm gonna do that thing where like tomorrow in the shower, I'm gonna come up with witty things to say about him. That'll show him who's boss. But yeah, we're actually gonna get our sleep schedule back on track too. Always good to have that going. So yeah, in the lost episode, by the way, I spent like several days just kind of trying to wait through them. So it's probably for the best that it went missing in its own little way. It's also kind of a sad thing, like it's just gone forever. I was just talking to myself for 22 minutes, being a crazy man, because that's one of the things I do, apparently. I mean, being crazy isn't too bad. It just also is very bad at the same time. Oh no, that's okay, so put that in there. Put these seeds in there, just for now, like, until we can deal with them later. And, I guess we'll go to bed. Because tomorrow, Mr. Religion Man is coming over. And I'm excited to see what he has to do, or say, or really anything. Want to see where that goes, I guess, is what I'm saying. And before we deal with that, we're gonna get some gravestones going. Because it looks like now that our graveyard is like level 6 or whatever, there are people who want to be buried here all the time. Like, this is the place people are going to be buried. People are dying just because they want a chance at coming to my cemetery. So I mean they are dying and they do want a chance at my cemetery, but I'm sure the events aren't actually linked. And another thing I've realized is that this blue, I've made it go away. Oh, but I'm not, it went away by itself. But an interesting thing is that the blue things, I need those to get to pretty much any new technology. So even though I'm like working on stuff here, I'm not really being the most effective right now, which is interesting, to say the least, I think. So let's make some firewood, get this furnace going. Oh, and another thing I did is I obviously got better tools. Again, I don't know what you've seen and what you've not seen, so I'll try not to mention it. But if you didn't see something, then it was probably in the lost episode. Isn't that wonderful when that happens? So we'll sleep a little bit more through the day, because it's only barely morning, and we might need a little bit more to really get us through that. So there we go. Wake up. Just a little bit of a nap. You know, a mini nap. Everyone's favorite type of nap. I actually took a nap in between the last episode and this one, so naps are great. I've proven physically. Yeah, physically, I think that's the word. But yeah, it's times are changing on the YouTube, and it's been one of the things that has stressed me out, amongst others, of course. Okay, where are you? This is his day. I guess he's just not here yet. I guess that's why you wait till he's there before you make big commitments. And I guess we'll also put in here some gravestones. Just, you know, gotta empty that inventory from time to time. And then we'll chop down some trees or some vines. Can we chop down vines? Yeah, we might as well. I mean, we're here. Oh, it gives me a bunch of green, which is probably a good thing. And literally nothing else. Yeah, it just gives me green. And it doesn't seem to improve the graveyard quality. But I mean, having weeds around isn't a good thing anyway, right? Like, no one's pro weeds. A fun story though is that when I was younger, I guess because I lived in a single household, my mother was working a lot. The garden was just never tended to. So at one point I had weeds like, we're talking like 3 meters into the sky across the whole garden, and it was a real jungle where I found like little pathways through it, and it was like an adventure. So I had a birthday once and invited a bunch of friends to go check it out, and like, oh yeah, let's go on an adventure of the garden. And then everyone else got stung, and they were like, pretty upset by that apparently. So there you go. Fun fact about Toy Cat. Had a jungle garden at one stage. I'm sorry, but he should be here now. This is his day. It's Sunday. Wait, yeah, I'm being clever there. He's meant to come here, and he's meant to. Does he come at night? Is he a night man? Is that his thing? Sorry, I feel seriously misled right now. Like, he definitely didn't come earlier and I missed him, or I would have seen him walking away. Right? I want to believe that. Okay, I need technology for that. I'm assuming that's clay, by the way. If he doesn't come today, this is the one time I'm meant to be able to run into him. And he's just not here. I'm sorry, but this is... I'm going to file a complaint with his boss. This is your one day where you can come and make things better. Although, actually, there's a body which just came. So I'm going to deal with that, because I can deal with that at the same time. I'm going to try and get it done at near 100%. I guess maybe he comes in the night because he's an evil man. He's not... Wait, maybe he came last night and he left in the morning. Please don't let that be the case. I think that'd kill me a little bit on the inside, if that was the case. It's fine to make the grave better. Just because we're not getting rewarded in any way, doesn't mean I don't want to do it. Actually, it does mean that. It makes me very, very sad not being rewarded for something like this. Because I swear, like, I spent a whole episode waiting for this day to come, and I've blown it now, which, it does hurt a little bit. But we fixed up the grave. We got a bunch of the green points, which is, that's nice. We can now make soft spares if we want to, as well as important parts, which, that's starting to sound a bit weird. Like, when are we going to need that? I hope not too soon. And I guess, yeah, we'll just focus mostly on getting farming going places. No, that's not too important. We need lots more of something else. Weapons? It's a near future thing, right? Glass? Do I want glass? We'll unlock glass. I just don't really see that coming up to anytime soon. So yeah, I'm a little bit bummed out, honestly. I spent my whole week waiting for this guy to come. That was gonna be the next progression, and now it's gone. This ruined my day. I said I was having a bad day before this. Now it's just terrible. It's all gone ruined. But no, more seriously, when everything's going bad, I really do think, like, playing some games can be a good... It's not a good way to just get away from something. Like, hiding from things is not a solution. But sometimes it really does make things at least feel better, which is good. And also we know that Mars night is when he comes there. So, good to know, I guess. Wait, I think I can make wood wedges already. Yeah, I think I definitely can. Wait. Technologies. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I can make the wooden wedges and the wooden planks. So if I can just do this fast, I can't because it's nighttime. Let's go down there. Let's meet the guy. Let's try not to mess up one more thing. So just get this night done. Oh, not all of it, like a lot of it. Make some wood wedges. Actually, I need way too many wood wedges to get this done quickly. Like, where are you at, wood wedges? Wood wedges? Nope. You wood wedges? Wood wedges. So it looks like we're getting 10 of those for... Yeah, we got a full 10. And then the planks we can make here from Fitches. Yeah, we're definitely not getting this done in time. There's a dream though. I can at least open it and start to see down in there in the crypt. Which is half of what matters to me. It's half of what matters. There we go. We're going into the crypt now. Let's see, progress. Progress happens in slow and mysterious ways. But when it happens, it starts to really happen all at once. Which is nice. Oh, and I have just small enough amount of thing that I'm going to run into problems. So let's pick up some stone, which randomly is laid there. Probably cause for concern with that one. And then let's go for a little bit of a sleep. And then wake up again. Because I literally can't even, like, put the thing back together till this is done. So yeah, I guess I'm going to have to wait until Blue Night to go back to the grave. I'm confused as to why the bishop man wasn't there. Like, I spent all day dealing with his weeds. But his graveyard, apparently. This isn't my graveyard. I'm just a keeper. I'm just here, keep the place ticking over while other things are being worked on. And something about that seems a bit too crazy to me. So yeah, it's definitely more linear and one-way focused than Stardew Valley. I will say that much. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, that's gonna take all my stuff. So I'm assuming this is oh no, that's just another big old thing that needs to be destroyed. So wood wedges, wooden beams, some iron parts. I can get wooden beams soon, but not until I get blue unlocked. Also, a body just arrived, so we'll deal with that in short course. Let's for now just see what's at the end here, because I reckon it's something. Oh, there's a secret exit. Oh, it's probably not secret. Oh, it's closed. You have to open the hatch on the other side. Maybe that's what the man's there for, because I hope that it doesn't intend for me to deal with that myself in any way. That would certainly be a disappointment if it's like, oh yeah, you gotta open the other end. Like, why can't I open the hatch from down here? That's the big question I have to ask. And I don't think I'm gonna find a compelling answer. But yeah, so wooden beams can be made after I get 10 off the blue. Because like that other stuff, like, I'll get that by itself. And then we can go to a new section and also work out what's through there. It's going to require that man. Well, if he has a key, he wouldn't be waiting outside of it. Nope, yep, I just have more questions than when I started. Figured I was doing a good thing. Really, I'm just doing a confusing thing. So, sleep, put that gravestone in place, and then hopefully we'll find the man tonight, or today, or whatever. You know, if he says it only shows up on moon days, he's only going to show up on moon days. But I'm still disappointed with that as an outcome. Like, I feel like I've been cheated, regardless of whether or not I've been cheated. Which I do also separately think that I have in fact been cheated. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. In fact, maybe that's the hatch. That little secret thing there. No, that can't be. It's too close. Over here? No, this is part of the same catacombs, but a very distinct thing, not necessarily linked. Okay, Mr. Bishop Man, are you chilling in the graveyard? Nope, too early for him. You know, Monday is, am I right? So, gravesite. Since we can stack them here, we'll start getting on that as soon as we can. Just make 4 of them now. Because, I mean, you know, have the plots ready. It's kind of like a, you know, your name here thing. Like, oh, if you pay me some money, your grave could be here. Would look pretty swell in my graveyard, I reckon, too. It's definitely the same thing. It's definitely the same. So throw this on there too. And now we're starting to get like the whole conveyor belt look going on. Of like, yep, anyone could be buried here. We're probably pretty cheap. If we get them that close together, we're probably going to charge you a great price. And you should come be buried at Toy Cat's burial. In fact, if you're watching this right now, make sure you put it in your will. I know you might be too young to have a will, but put it in there anyway. I'd like to be buried in Toy Cat's cemetery. And then you too can join the delightful world that is Toy Cat's cemetery. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this episode, the Graveyard Keeper Let's Play. I guess we're going to have to wait until the next time this thing comes around, because I need to see him. That's like kind of the important thing. And, oh, Inquisitor, meet me on the... Oh, wrong symbol. On Witch Hill. So yeah, we got lots of things going on, but I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.